Greetings, beloved human family. I am Gilles Mancillon, and I come briefly today to discuss some aspects of the energies that are impacting the planet as I feel them. I hope those will be useful to you in some way. Right now, we're still feeling very, very powerfully the effect of the full moon in Aries, which is almost touching Uranus. So there is a lot of activation from an astrological point of view, and so Mars and Pluto also are meeting in the sky in Capricornus. So it's very high energy, a lot of transformation. And so, because those two energies kind of square each other, and so it kind of pushes the transformation. Personally, I also would still always very connected to Chiron and Neptune in Pisces, because, of course, a lot of those messages also are very much very intuitive messages that are very connected to the world of dream, and Neptune is the high, because this world of dream leads to higher realities. For me, planets are guides, they are teachers, they are conscious energies that I can learn to communicate with on different levels. The most important planet that I follow in terms of vibration and energy is the planet Chiron. It is the planet that I seek to align my energy with. It is a planet of healing and a planet of teaching and a planet of spiritual integration. For I discussed yesterday to say that science is a mean by which to discover the truth. For that should be the point of science, whether it is material truth, how the energy works, or spiritual truth, how those things are affecting our consciousness. In a sense, we want to be proactive. We want to be as open as possible in research to science, in research to exploration of our consciousness, or rather than retroactive, based on knowledge on past experiences. But there is a need for inner exploration when we seek to develop spiritual science and discover spiritual truths. So we have to apply whatever technique works for us with as much intention as possible, and from there we are receiving a guidance, and the guidance is always the expression of the highest wisdom that is available to us at any given time in order to make a step towards our freedom and our empowerment. Right now there is a great deal of light that has been impacting the Earth, and so this light surrounds everything and everyone. It is invisible. We know very, very little about light. We only see a tiny minuscule speck of within the whole frequency of light, and there is a very powerful light that is present on the planet right now in abundance, and it's the diamond light. It is a very high frequency of light. It is very powerful. You have to allow it to do its work. You can't control it. It's not really you can stabilize it, but it's not. It eternalizes things. It cleanses. It's so powerful that you do not want to apply it on others. It is a light that is also can be refracted in a yellow diamond light, in a blue diamond light, in a pink diamond light. So yes, when you work with this light, you have to allow it to work through you and through wherever you send it to work. But most of the sacred fire, the sacred light, the higher light frequencies, for those who are working with those frequencies, those have their own intelligence, and you have to trust that they will do what they are capable of doing, what they can do in relationship to whatever they are asked to address. And so essentially we want to connect to the liquid light of truth. This is really what the essence of all that is can be experienced. It's a pillar of light on the vertical axis, rather than continuing on the cross of matter on the horizontal axis. We'll still do that. We're still going to be living our life on the horizontal axis, but we need to access in order to achieve that freedom, to align our chakras to the soul star and the earth star and the pillar of light that can eventually harmonize, makes the whole chakra system as one great power center, and so because the present is made of all the past and all the future that as term of potential, because in truth the eternal life knows already the future and the past, but we when we were to make a choice, it is we are recognizing a potential, and even if it's not actual from a universal standard, it is from a God standard. It's almost like if the choice was already realized, because those choices the Spirit already knows what those choices will lead us. So it's about making potential actual, but it's once we make a choice, the potential is anchored towards its realization. First thing we need to realize is peace. I think for me, but it's inner peace. Peace is more than just the absence of war. There is a lot of things that are always coming into our mind. Let's say when I was doing meditation, at some point I was looking for the void, I was looking for ascension, and then all of a sudden from the subconscious, from the past, there was a situation, a memory of something that was really bothering me, and I used to take those things personally and say, well, but the universe, I'm seeking peace, and the universe is sending me this judgment thing about, but it wasn't actually a judgment. It is to see how I deal with this situation, rather than putting a blame on something, because it's like we all had like negative things to have to fix from within our past, and when it comes into our consciousness, it is the opportunity to fix it. Another important advice during those time of transition is to avoid bombarding our mind with violence, thoughts and ideas, like watching TVs and movies and advertisement on TV. Those are very, well, you gotta be very discerning, because if you bombard your mind with violence, or you watch violent movie all day, and then you try to meditate, or not even all day, but if you watch show on TV, then you try to meditate and you're looking for inner peace, but you're wondering why a lot of people are bothered, because they have been programmed, conditioned by those hypnotic tools that are like television. And so essentially divinity is granted to all. It is part of who we are. It is the essential part of all of us, but ascension has to be on merit, because we live in a magnetic universe, so whatever we give is what we receive. So we have to invest our energy into whatever we seek to achieve. And then once you've created that, you can trust and let go. The universe will carry it on for you. We have very little attention span, so it is very important to redirect our attention, to be careful where what we're fueling into our life. And so understanding what you seek is what you get. So usually you have to try to make a choice that is enlightened, that is what you do want inside of you, because sometimes there is fear that are projecting unwanted future. Of course, the angels are protecting us, so it's not like we're going to manifest all our negative fears that we ever had, but it's better to try to focus our attention and thoughts on what makes us feel good, and what makes sense in relationship to fulfillment. Once we get to the light, once we return into our connected self, we'll be healed of all those things from time and space. So it's very important to get on the train of ascension. When we fell out, we go back in. Spirit is infinitely patient. He will never let us down. As soon as we start to make that shift and into that new level of consciousness, we are being assisted by many invisible helpers. And essentially, it's all about love. It's all about loving yourself, loving others, loving your life, living your experience. And but of course, higher truths are not easy to accept for everyone. So you have to be patient, and hopefully, those who are struggling with that will eventually find an opening within their mind and their heart to let go of whatever those things that are preventing the whole evolution process for them and for others can be overcome. So I wish you a wonderful day. I hope this message was interesting for you, and I'll return to you soon. Thank you very much. Namaste.